we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They go play action with Hurts. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively, you're okay with that. In the first quarter, he's going to get some catches that they want to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that it gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
We're talking about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Dropping started beautifully. Now it's going to hurt.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Third and long. Here's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Let's go now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes on the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting involved in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arm's got plenty of life to it. And that was a thing of beauty there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here we go, Jack.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people and bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
A great job there, and that old cliche, take it where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball. From
the 35 on 2nd down, Howell. second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing here, Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Howell down to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Howell from the gun. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. But first down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So we stop for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pick it up. Ready?
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
The final shot before break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I certainly felt for Sam Howell, watching him fall from a possible first-round pick at one point all the way to day 3 of the draft. But it's just extra fuel for a guy now who drew comparisons to some of the league's most fiery competitors at quarterback. When he gets into a tough spot, Howell knows how to create and make some impressive reads and also some impressive runs. And I think that's how he'll succeed as an NFL quarterback.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Robinson up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the Commanders field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense column.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Drop 50, drop 50. Panther 11, Panther 11, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Throwing is Hurts. And Pascal's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from a lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this time he is in. Yes. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for the
Sanders has it poked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First down, how to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Howell, another throw on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Howell, third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd and 10, Powell. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Okay, ready?
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Ready, ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen.